I met with my surgeon down at Fox Chase, and the deal was that I was going to get chemo and radiation, with the idea that once the chemo and radiation was done, if there was no spread of the cancer, that I was a surgical candidate and that they could go in and perform an esophagectomy, remove the esophagus, and I could have a shot at getting cured. So I did the treatment, the 5 chemo treatments over the course of 5 weeks, and the 32 radiation treatments. Over the same time, they gave me 6 weeks to cool off, and then I went back down to Fox Chase and they did a laparoscopic surgery, and they looked at my abdominal cavity, my chest wall, and they also looked at my esophagus from outside from 6 different angles to make sure that the cancer had not broken through the wall of the esophagus. They also did a peritoneal lavage. What they do is they wash your internal organs with, I think it's a saline solution or some sort of sterile solution, and then they take that solution and they test it. And if they find any cancer cells or metastatic esophageal cancer cells, then you're not a surgical candidate. Then they told me that if they found one cancer cell, that I wasn't a surgical candidate. The surgical treatment back then in 2011, it was the only curative option, meaning that if they didn't offer you surgery, the rest of your treatment was palliative, that it was life extending, but that the ultimate result was going to end up that you wouldn't survive this. So at that point, and I believe it's probably changed a good bit since then, but in 2011, surgery was the only chance you had at walking away healthy. So as you can imagine, that 3-day hospital stay was really nerve-wracking. And anyway, it turned out well. They told me I was a surgical candidate. I went home for 3 weeks and prepared myself for surgery.